Namaste. I welcome all of you to another episode of Student Wellness. I'm Dr. Susan Korath, life psychologist, mind wellness coach, author, and the founder of Scepter Life Skills and Mind Fitness Center. Today, we are going to discuss about a very vital area of a student life, time. Not just for student life, for adult too. Have you ever thought about time? Have you ever tried to define time? And most of the people will come up with the answer, time is so precious, time once lost, you cannot get it back, and time is priceless. Yes, I agree with all these things. Why it is like that? Because I would say your time and my time is totally different. So the time can be defined as the time is your life. That means the duration between your birth and your death. So that is your time. In that given time, what you achieve is what you can say proudly, wow, this is who I am, this is what I am. So that is why time is the most precious resource. And one more reason why time is so precious. Now you know that the most important, or I would say the best invention ever, if you name, then I would say it is time, how it has been structured. It has been structured as seconds, minutes, hours, then a day, week, month, and a year. Yeah. So in that way, we can really structure our time. We can really make use of it. So whether you make use of it, whether you manage it, whether you control it, the time will just pass. It is not stopping. You are the one, should be running. And like the time is going, let me run, let me do my activities, let me do something productive. So you should be aligning your activities, your strategic plan in line with how the time is moving for you. So that is how you can be more productive and effective in your life. Now, there are various ways you can manage, you can have make use of your time that has been given to you. But for students, for the professionals or the people who are working, and it is something different way you can manage, and for them this also can be used, but there are various different time management tools can help them. And in the people who are homemakers, that is something different way they can do. But this a particular tool, this time structuring pie, which I'm explaining here, is useful for everyone, and especially for the student. It is very simple and very handy, very very user friendly when you look at the time structuring pie. So I hope you have heard about time structuring pie. If you have not, then let's just understand what it is all about. A time structuring pie is a chart, a pie diagram, where you fit your 24 hours into that pie diagram, and you control and manage and plan your daily activities in that way, so that you achieve your dreams, your goals. Maybe it is hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever it may be, you will be reaching that goal by changing or managing the task you every day you handle. You can manage it pretty well when you have a well-defined time structuring pie. So to have a time structuring pie, first you need to draw this diagram. There is an outer circle, there is an inner circle. The outer circle should be bigger one, and the inner circle is small, which has got 24 hours written there. You can see that 24 hours, okay? Now, to manage your time, to realign your time, to identify where you are effective in the current management of time or current utilization of 24 hours given to you in a day, first you need to do a time structuring pie for the current daily routine for you. What you do daily, that is what you're supposed to be deciding first. So let's do a time structuring chart for the current activities. For a student, if I take it, this is the current structuring pie looks like. So you have a 24 hours, you have 8 hours sleep, and normally people don't take sleep seriously, but one thing I need to tell you, that your brain has to be given the right amount of rest. So it depends on people, it varies person to person, but we say minimum 7 to 8 hours sleep is required for a student. So This 8 hours is for sleep, and then the 8 hours for study. Then there is a 2 hours I give for a project work, and then there is family time 1 hour, prayer 30 minutes every day, food 1 hour, leisure time 1 hour, and exercise and personal care 1.5 hours, and reading is 1 hour. So when you reading is 1 hour, and leisure, food, family time, exercise 1.5 hours. These are the areas where you spend less time, and these are the areas that you spend more hours, because you know that the study, the project and everything is going to be the productive area for you. But this may not be the same for everyone. I'm just taking a general idea about how a student is supposed to be having their time structuring pie. But if it is something different for you, you can have that kind of design for your time. Okay. Now here, look at this. And once you have this time structuring pie, maybe you think that you study only 4 hours, and you want, when you analyze the time structuring pie, you see that, oh my God, I'm not spending enough time in my study area, or I'm not spending time, a good amount of time for my sleep. I'm not spending a good amount of time for my exercise or my leisure activities or my reading. You can just check, and you have to be honest when you're preparing your time structuring pie. Today, if you're preparing it for today, you just make it in the right manner and say that I must be honest with myself, because it's just for you. It is not for, like you impress anyone. Look at my time structuring pie. What a wonderful time structuring pie I have got. So it is just for you to analyze your time structuring and how you structure your time and how productive you can be, because every person must be productive. What else you have to do? You just get up in the morning and you do your activities, then you go to sleep, and the next day you get up again. It is just going on and on and on. So what is your responsibility? What is that is expected from you? Your purpose of life is to be establishing your legacy in this world. So that is where we say, be productive, be something that you really passionate about, have some dream, goals, and work towards it, and be a productive and a successful person in your unique area. That is what you need to do for those people, and this time structuring pie is really going to help you to structure your day 24 hours a day in the right manner. Now, when you see that the time structuring pie is not a right one for me, it is not that productive, it is maybe I'm too much productive, too much hectic with my work and everything, there is no leisure, or no, there is no free time, there is no reading time, you can make that also, changed. So when you have a time structuring pie for today, and you know that the current one is not the right one, then you need to draw another one and make sure that you arrange the parts, the pie, the pieces in the right manner. So giving different time slots for each activity, and realign it and restructure it, which can be a suitable one for you to function and you to be productive. And when you are doing it, make sure that these are all flexible. Don't say that it is so strict and rigid. It is all flexible. Now think about, you need a little more time for something. Maybe you have a family time, you have a party which is going on, you need a family time bit more. So you, maybe next week somebody is saying, so you just look at it, am I okay for that day, how I'll organize my day. Then you just look at it and say that, okay, I can take, because I don't have any project on that day, I can include that in here. So if you have a project to do that day, you just make sure that the previous day it has been done, and you put your time here, you add that time here. So in that way you can do. Also, when you have another activity which is added, and when you have another activity which is added, what you need to do is, you need to look, okay, reading 1 hour, can I make it 30 minutes? Okay, maybe I can do that. Okay, exercise, personal care, I can take 30 from here, I can make it 1 hour. So I get 1 hour over there. So the new active task is for 1 hour, you got already 1 hour. And if the new task takes more time, then you will be looking at, you can just compromise on family time. You say for some time, period of time, a short period of time, I'm just having 30 minutes for the family time. Okay, and maybe you can put maybe a little bit here also leisure time, and you add that to that particular task, and you can manage the task pretty well. Now, most of the students who are in 12th grade nowadays, they don't have anything to study. they haven't started the university because of the current scenario, and they finish their schooling there. So what they can do when they are structuring their time, structuring Pi, make sure that they are using it for some productive purposes. You learning something new, you helping your parents for something, learning some cooking, learning some art, learning some, your hobbies, so serious hobbies that you do, instead of all the time you put it onto the gaming and, games and then, the social media or the Netflix, rather than just make sure that you have a beautiful time structuring Pi which is working for you. And this is one of the way the students especially they can handle their day. And why time management or time utilization is so important, because time is the most precious resource and the most wasted resources. If you look at people's life, you just look how many hours we are wasting. Please do not waste your time. Also, how many hours you are unnecessarily doing. You may be doing something, but that's not productive. So how the time is getting wasted? Either you waste the time just like that and by doing so many time wasters, or you just engage in something which is not productive. So make sure that when you are making your time structuring Pi, this gives you clear idea about how you spend your day. So make sure that you all have one time structuring Pi chart in a notebook. You can draw that and you can understand and analyze your time. So keep doing it and make sure that you create the best suitable productive time structuring Pi for you, and this is going to be helping you to manage your time and utilize your time in the best possible manner. I wish all of you, all the students, a very successful year, and let all your dreams come true, all your passions get established, let your dream life you successfully established, and stay safe and live happy. And please make sure that you watch our videos, subscribe our channels to get more messages and more valuable and practical tools to apply in your life. Take care. Thank you.